All right, we are back.
Recording.
We are recording
We are recording from a magical place.
a new podcast studio,
A
if you will.
new podcast studio.
Yeah, eventually, maybe we get a camera, we can record these like
I mean,
video.
I feel like I'm ready for that. We would need a different desk situation if we did that.
Not necessarily. It depends on where you point the camera.
Right.
Because the camera usually points. You have one pointing at me, one pointing at you.
Yeah.
And it toggles between whoever's talking.
Oh, does that happen like automatically?
Yeah, it picks up who's talking.
Whoa.
That's how. If you've ever seen podcasts, that's how they like switch all the time.
I figured it was manual.
No, they're pretty smart now. They know who's talking. They switch.
So
they tie the camera to a microphone.
Yeah, that would next level us a little bit. Why don't you? Do you want to tell the people about your new studio?
Why don't you tell them?
I mean, I would.
Because you're the mastermind behind it.
Are you like underwhelmed by it?
No, I'm very overwhelmed by it. But I'm saying you can speak to all the work that went into it. So I just take it back.
Let's take it back. Let's take it back. In 2020, companies went to working from home.
March 13th, 2020.
Right. At the time, we were living in a 1,000 square foot house.
Yes.
And you were in a professional job.
Yep.
And yet you were called to work from home. So at that point, you started working from home in very uncomfortable, tight, crowded spaces with loud noises around you because you had 5 kids.
But we had lucked out because 6 years prior to that, we had finished our basement.
Correct. So at least we had a space.
And then at the time, we said, you know what? Eventually, we may want to put another bedroom. So we cut off a section of our basement.
But that section wasn't necessarily your office. It was the Lego. It was the Lego room, video game room, and then you had a part of a white table.
No, we're calling out that we got lucky because we had done that 6 years prior. So we had like a separate room in the basement with a door. Because if we hadn't done that, I would have been very screwed with COVID.
However, what I'm trying to get at, my friend, is that it was not a ideal office situation.
Correct. It was not built for it was not originally meant to be an office.
And we did not use it for an office. It was a Lego room and a
TV.
Xbox
we had the Xbox
room.
360. It was like a game room.
And you had a half of one of those white tables for parties to put your stuff in, and then piles on the floor.
So I reconfigured it.
Right.
And made it like a makeshift office. That was the only space, which many people did at the time. They kind of some people took their closets. Like some people used their like walk-in closets. And they made them like offices. So that was mine during COVID. It was like a little small desk.
Yes. So we moved from there to our new house, knowing that our house had 4 bedrooms. We would eventually finish a basement. That we were going to give Aaron his own room, our oldest. The 2 boys, 1 room, the 2 girls, 1 room. We have our bedroom, which is much bigger than our old bedroom. Like it's like a freaking mansion.
Correct. We don't have to scooch in to get in the bed.
We can actually open our drawers whilst standing in front of them.
Yes.
But you then had your desk in a corner.
Because I sacrificed. In our flex room downstairs, I could have done like French doors and section off to put an office down there.
That, yeah.
But we chose and say, you know what, we're going to leave that open. To make
and aren't you glad it's open? If our flex room had been closed, that would stink. But a lot of people use that for an office.
Yeah.
And so you really did. You gave up your office for like a flex room situation, which I would say over the course of the last like 2 years, we kind of needed. Like it was good space
it was
to
intentional.
use. But we had this plan to eventually finish our basement and then to finally give you an office, right?
Right. And this was 2 years ago. So this is 2 years in the making.
Right. So we finally decided, I think in like April or May, that we were ready to get bids on a basement. We have the basement set to begin at the end of August. When the basement is completed, all 3 boys will move downstairs. In theory, the girls will have their own rooms. One of them will function as a guest room, and then you would have an office. That was the plan.
Yeah, that was the master plan 2 years ago, which is now coming to fruition.
Correct. However,
I do need to follow up with him. We said end of August we would circle back.
So your birthday is this week, August 13th. Happy early birthday.
We're recording this on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And you were out of town this weekend. We'll get back to that in a minute because we're talking about our podcast studio. So you were out of town this weekend, and I had started thinking maybe 3 or 4 months ago that when you were out of town, it would be really awesome if I could build you an office.
Oh, so this is like months in the making.
It's been months in the making.
I didn't know that part.
Actually, I attempted it last year. True story. I attempted it last year.
When?
I was going to do it when you went somewhere maybe for a conference in the summer, And I asked one of our friends if he would help me get it together, but we weren't ready for it yet. I didn't want to move all 3 boys in one room. Like I wasn't ready for it yet.
Yeah, they were still sleeping in their room. Now they
Correct.
don't like.
They sleep in the basement. They all sleep in each other's
They're
rooms.
exclusively like he was not using
Correct.
this room for a bit. It was like a closet for clothes.
So we had decided that we were going to do this when you went out of town. And so on Saturday, you were gone. We moved furniture. We moved everything out of the room. Sorry, yeah. So Friday, you went out of town. We moved everything out of the room. I used Facebook Marketplace for the first time in my life and was not murdered, which I was very nervous about.
Replies. A lot of times people reach out and they hear nothing back.
You have no idea how much anxiety. This has been like a month of like messaging people because it was tricky. Because like I'd find chairs that I liked, for instance, office chairs. And I'd message to people and be like, listen, I can't pick these up till August 9th. And they'd be like, yeah, that's not happening. Or better yet, there's one person that was like, cool, I'll wait till August 9th. And so like on Monday of this week, I'm like, I'm ready to come get the chairs. And they're like, yeah, I sold those. Sorry. Yeah. So like it was a delicate balance, but we ended up using Facebook Marketplace, a lot of manual labor between myself and the kids. And we built you an office, which I am sure I will be posting on social media today or tomorrow to accompany this podcast. So now you have your own space.
Yes. Which is cool. Like I told you, I knew something was going on.
Yeah, the dude read my text messages.
I didn't know
creeper. And did the text message say I'm building you an office?
No.
What did it say?
It just said table. I thought it was just a desk. I thought you were
right.
I thought you were gonna like go find a desk.
Yeah, I was looking for little.
But I didn't know where you were gonna put it. I was like, yeah, but she gets a desk. But she put in the ground where she put it because all the stuff was there. So I thought I had an idea, but I didn't know.
You did not know I was going to make this room your office. You really didn't. A little bit.
I just knew that I thought you were going to get a desk and maybe put it somewhere, but it didn't make sense because where would you put it?
Right. Okay. So this was a little bit of a surprise.
It was. I think. Yeah.
So I geared the kids up. I didn't tell you this when we picked you up from the airport today. I was like, guys, when we pick them up, we're not saying anything because the kids were so excited to surprise you with this. I can't even tell you. So I was like, we're going to pick them up. We're going to act like everything's normal. When we get home, we're going to say that there's a surprise in our bedroom because I wanted to further throw you off. And then the girls led you up here with blindfolds on. Maybe I'll share the video when we share the podcast. I'll overshare about it. Oh, we should talk about that. We should talk about the social media thing.
Overshare.
So anyway, you came in and we got you a little office.
Which is different because in our relationship, I'm the one that does the surprises. This is usually not your jam. Like I'm usually the one.
It's just hard because you work the finances, you have access to everything. So it's really tricky to surprise you. There were a couple things in this space that I'm particularly excited about. Weirdly enough, I'm really excited about the whiteboard. I feel like you're going to use it. I feel like that's going to be used.
I'm probably going to need to get a bigger one.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. But but my thing is I would get but that's not an immediate thing. Right. Like I probably get a big one to cover like half the wall.
Okay. Like a big that's a miss. I should have done that.
A big whiteboard.
I should have done that. I should have made the wall a whiteboard, in effect. I could have done that. The other thing, we got you a mini fridge.
That's funny.
The kids were so psyched to stock it.
Because your oldest son was all about mini. He like, can I get a mini fridge in here? We said, no, you don't need a mini fridge. And we bought your
favorite drinks and we put them in there. Big controversy about what types of Celsius to buy you. Huge.
As long as it's not coconut.
No, they're not coconut, but they're fancy. And little Aaron and John Paul were fighting because John Paul's like, I know Dad likes Arctic Blast. And Aaron's like, let's just get him the normal ones. And we decided to get the fancy ones. So we got a stocked fridge. And then we also got like a snack basket, like you're at a hotel with like trail mix. And then the girls put all your books out. I mean, we got you 2 chairs with some pillows. We're sitting on the chairs with the pillows. Yep. Some Lions memorabilia, lots of pictures.
Yeah. You did well.
Yeah.
You did well.
Yeah. It felt really good. I will tell you, whether or not you believe this, like all of us were very excited to do this thing for you. Like even Saturday, I had told you we had this tragic moment where we were trying to get a bed out of this room and Joey and I, babe, you know me, I yell when I get frustrated. Like Joey was in it. We had your toolbox. I had tools all over this room. I'm like, what is, by the way, I don't even know what tools are.
Did you do a before and after picture?
Yeah, I got it all. Oh yeah, I got videos, but we make it reels. But I will tell you that like we had your toolbox and I had all these tools out. Like it was like wrenches, but not really. How do you get a bolt off? How do you get a bolt off a screw?
You just use like a wrench.
We were using these little things, but it was really hard. And then we could not move the bolt, and it was just very traumatic.
You gotta use the right tools.
And I kept trying not to yell because Joey was really in on it. But then Aaron came in, he's like, guys, all you gotta do is move the bed out of the room. And he came in and just moved it out of the room. So yeah, It was good. I hope you're surprised. I hope you feel loved.
Yes, very much so.
I appreciate that I have a husband that has worked from home for 5 years, not actually caring about his space. Like really just kind of sucking it up, you know? And so now you have your own space. The door is shut. You can shut it when you want.
You went to put a lock on the door.
Yeah, you definitely end up putting a lock.
So that's next, putting a lock on it. Because our doors don't have locks.
Yeah.
Well, our bedroom does.
Well, and I think you're going to want to get a nice desk. I mean, we kind of hodgepodge the desk together. I think I told you. Also, I didn't know your preference of desk to a point where I didn't want to buy it for you. Every time I saw a different desk, I'm like, what do you like this? I don't know. You're such a weirdo. You're not going to fake it if you don't like it. So I didn't want to buy something.
It's a good starter. It's a good starting point.
I think so.
So we'll figure it'll
welcome
evolve. It'll evolve over time.
To the podcast studio, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Let's do a quick recap on the weekend. We'll talk about the week ahead. Part of the thing is your birthday is actually probably going to be a little lame. We'll talk about that in a second. But
yeah, we should go into that.
And then I definitely want to talk about the social media drama that I experienced this week because I think we have some thoughts. But let's first start up. We had already done an episode coming back from the cruise. So tell us about your weekend. I think we had shared on the podcast that you were going to go away with college friends for the weekend.
Yeah. So it started off interesting. So my flight.
Oh yes, Spirit
was supposed to. My flight was supposed to have left like at 11:28 a.m. So you had dropped me off at the airport at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, I needed to drop you off early anyway.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then my flight did not leave until 5 p.m.
But for no actual reason.
So I was at the airport. I was at the airport for 7 hours on Friday.
But there was no like, hey, there's storms. Oh, look.
Well, this was funny. I said, like, it's the longest delay I've had that's not weather related.
Right.
Because in July, if you remember last month I went to a conference in Boston.
Yeah, your flight was
I was delayed like until like from 9.
Bad luck, yeah.
It's me. So 9 p.m. to like 2 in the morning I didn't leave out.
Right. Did Spirit ever say like, yo, here's why this occurred?
No, but I did get a $12 food voucher.
Nice.
And then they gave everyone like a $30 credit. Which of course you're like, what are you going to do with a $30 credit? You get half of a one-way flight.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. So I delayed.
You said at one point they were like, "Hey, everything is set, but a steward." This is funny.
So I think something happened with the first plane. So I think the first plane there's like a mechanical issue. So at first they said, "Don't be alarmed. You're going to see us taking all your luggage off the plane." So they were taking all the luggage off the plane.
It is only Spirit, man.
And we're going to put it on a different plane. So we're like, okay, we should be quick. So they sent us to a different, so we got moved to a different terminal.
Yeah.
So we moved to the different terminal and we're still waiting there. We're like, this is weird. We're still here. And they said, oh yeah, just kidding. We're going to send you guys to a different terminal. So then we have to go to a different terminal.
Right.
And we're just waiting. And they're like, oh yeah, we need like 5 crew members. We only have like 1. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, we have 3 crew members. We need 2 more. And then it was we need
just
one
like
more
straight
crew
up
member.
Announcing this on.
Yeah. And they're like, well, we need one more crew member. And everyone's like, can we like volunteer? Like,
didn't you say someone like screamed like F that?
Oh yeah, there was a guy very upset. He was just yelling obscenities.
Well, it is funny. You and I talked. Spirit Airline has been very good to us. I've said that for years. I have no problem with Spirit.
Yeah, we
were able to travel
10 years of vacation
extensively because an extra $100 times 7. We've said this a million times. That's like or 125. That becomes an extra $1,000. That's actually real people money for a vacation.
Correct.
So Spirit served its purpose. Now that said,
well, then the last bit is like we're like, all right, we need one last person. We need one last person, the crew member. And they said, oh yeah, this last person we need, she's on her way to so this was 4:30. They're like, she's on her way to the airport. She'll be here at 5:30. At that point, it was an hour. So essentially at first they said it's going to be an hour until the last crew member shows up, which we had been there since like 9, 10 a.m. So everyone was just like fuming.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I hear this loud cheer and I turn around and like this last person showed up. So I don't know if it was the same person, but we found the last crew member and then the flight boarded 7 hours. There was a woman there who her best friend's wedding. So she had missed her best friend's wedding.
You flying out on the day of
so
Spirit.
When we left, the ceremony was starting right when she left. But
was that a friend? Were you flirting?
No,
she was. That? How do you know that?
There was a very talkative guy in our row, and I was hoping he wouldn't talk to me because everyone was kind of cranky.
Yeah, right.
And he was very talkative. So he was talking to this lady in the window seat. But turning around today, the same lady was on the plane.
Shut up!
Next
How
to
do you
me.
know? Did you talk to her the whole time? Like. Do you love her?
So I said to her. We didn't talk to her. I was like, hey, like,
sounds like you did, actually.
So I said to her,
like you know her whole life.
I said, hey, did you make the wedding? She was like, no. I talked to my best friend the next day. I got the vows. But to your point, yeah, you don't you go in the night before,
right?
If you can.
But what I was going to say is Spirit served a purpose. But one of the things that I said to you is I think we done with Spirit, like,
yeah,
and it's great. And I'm not and I hate when our kids are like, "Hey, we don't fly Spirit," but I mean Delta. This doesn't actually occur, like, and so I think we're done with Spirit because I said to you, I'm bummed. I think the flight was actually quite expensive to fly to like Minnesota. It's more expensive. So I think you were like, I'm going to save a little bit of money, extra 150.
Because it wasn't a planned trip.
Right.
Like this was kind of more of an impromptu trip.
But now we know.
So now we know.
Right.
And then there was more drama. So that was the first drama. And then the plane lands and I hadn't charged my phone. So my phone was at like a 15% because I didn't charge it.
This boy with his charging of his phone.
And Spirit does no, because what I forgot is that Spirit doesn't have charging because Delta has charging stations on the plane.
Right.
Spirit doesn't have that, and I forgot that. So I was on like 15%. So I had enough to get an Uber and get like all in the car, and then my phone like died. It was dead. So then I get to my friend's house and I realize, oh crap, I left my phone in the Uber car. Uber car's gone. My phone's dead. So it was like, oh crap, how the heck am I gonna get my phone back?
Dude.
So then I had to like log in to like the Uber site to contact the driver.
Your friends had to be like, what is wrong with you? To contact
the driver, and he wasn't responding. So I had to borrow my friend's phone a couple times, but I finally called the guy. And of course, he could have said no, kick rocks. But he was nice. He was like, yeah, I got your phone. He's like, I'll return it tonight. And I was like, well, what time is tonight? So very nice guy. He eventually returned my phone within the hour.
Pay him
yeah, I tipped him extra.
Gosh, Aaron, yeah.
So that was an interesting Friday.
Well, I hope you learned something about charging your phone. I am never in a situation with you where I'm like, I need to hang up the phone because my phone's going to die.
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
You need to stop that.
Happens all the time.
Boo, stop it. You know what I mean? Stop it.
It happens all the time.
Stop it. Well, that's a really rough start to the trip. So, but the trip was good. Tell me a little bit about it.
It was good. We hung out Friday at night, just talking, catching up, reminiscing. Saturday we went bowling with my friend's family, which is interesting because it was like normal bowling, but also they had like these like bowling games, or like you can like hit the gutter and there's lights, you can get scores. So actually, some pretty cool like bowling games. It's not just like traditional bowling. We went to a Vikings preseason game because we're in Minneapolis. Then hung out at some bars that night.
Oh, you went to bars?
Picked up some women.
You definitely didn't tell me that. See, I'm actually mad at you. I'm not going to talk to you right now. I'm like, tell me about the weekend. You're like, it was fine. I am finding more on podcasts right now. I had no idea that you went to a bar on Friday.
Well, because we didn't talk Friday.
Can you admit?
Sorry, we didn't go to a bar. We went to a restaurant. It was dinner. Sorry, I should not say a bar. We went to dinner.
I was changing the story. Can you admit that I stalked you very zero? Like I wasn't on your junk this weekend. Yes. I don't know if I can use
you sent some pictures.
But I wasn't like, hey, text me back when you get there. So like you were dealing with your dead phone, but it wasn't like I was texting.
But I called you though. I called you. We talked in the morning. You sent the most
beautiful flowers.
Oh yeah, tell that story.
Yeah, like I was gone probably at a Facebook marketplace, but John Paul got the flowers and you do good. You sent me beautiful flowers. So.
Exactly.
So overall great weekend for you. Okay.
These are friends I've had since my freshman year in college, so 23 years.
Can I say something?
Yeah, it's going to be offensive.
Probably. First of all, I love these guys. I love your friendships with these guys. They grew up with you. The other piece is just like, I tell people this, I don't know but like, they're friends that are black. And I feel like.
Why are we going there?
Because I feel like your whole world is white people. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything in your world is white people. So I actually, no, but listen to me. I actually think it's very.
It's a different turn.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's very sweet that you have these friends that like understand your whole experience. They don't necessarily understand the faith aspect of Catholicism, but like these are friends that really like get you in a different era of your life. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so you go to Grand Valley, you end up converting to Catholicism. Your world is very not what it used to be. And I love that you get this time to be with your friends that get you in a way that many people don't. I feel like, is that fair to say?
Yeah, we started. We all knew each other before we all got married.
Right.
Before, like, this was like we were all a bunch of single guys doing dumb stuff in college.
And they're like great guys.
Yeah, we've all done well. Like everyone's married. We were in each other's
families.
weddings. They all got kids. So we're in a whole different phase.
Remember, I always think of Brian and Holly because they asked me to officiate their wedding. I think in the crossover episode, we had talked about how you got laid off.
Yeah, I reminded them of that.
Their wedding, they asked me to officiate. I was going to like come out, but we couldn't afford 2 tickets.
Yeah, I told them about that. I remember that because you didn't go to their wedding because I just... You
were laid off.
So I went to one... So my friends, they got married like 2 or 3 months apart. So I went to one wedding, but then for the other wedding in Minnesota, you couldn't come out because I was unemployed. And we're like... I mean, we can't afford 2 tickets.
I know.
So you didn't go. I went solo.
Yeah,
to that
but
wedding.
It was fancy too, and so I'm bummed I missed the fancy.
Yeah, it was like in the museum.
Yeah,
or something like that.
So so good trip.
And I came back today. Yeah,
it came back today.
So we get together every other year.
Yeah,
we all get together. So we rotated. Special. So one's in Wisconsin, one's in Minnesota.
I was talking to one of our friends who's a good friend of ours and a good friend of yours, and I was explaining that you were going out this weekend. I was like, "There's just something so special to hang out with people that knew us separately, but in that 18 to 22 year span." It's like when my friend Eddie was in town a few weeks ago and we talked about it on the podcast, like there's something so special about being with people who knew
who you still talk to.
Yeah, but
a lot
also
of people
it's like these folks, it's a particular snapshot of like when you grew into adulthood, when you like became an actual human adult. There's no friendship like it. There really is no friendship like it. So I'm really glad that you got to experience that. It's really good.
Yeah, you share a lot of the same stories, but it's always good to reminisce. Sorry, slight pause.
So good to reminisce.
Reminiscing.
Yeah.
Because I also like I'm the older. Well, I'm the youngest of the group by a couple months, but like I'm the one. Like I got married first. So I got married, I think 3 or 4 years before. I think 4 years before the day I got married, and I got teenagers, and they have like kids 10 and under still. So, cool weekend. Just got back today.
Yes.
You all picked me up from the airport. No issues today. So got to the airport. Mm-hmm. Flight landed on time or left on time.
Been out. So while you were gone, my uncle died on Sunday. Well, I call my Uncle Rich. I would explain, of course.
Good.
So it's like actually too long to explain. But it's funny because
explain his death or who he was?
No, who he was. Because the challenge that I have, like, even with my friends being like, hey, this person died, is it seems like such a far away relationship. I think you understand the weight of this, but most people, it's like, I think he's my like 3rd or 4th cousin. Like it makes no sense to people that there's this person in New Jersey that I see like once every 3 or 4 years, but how deeply significant this person is in my life. So long story short, his wife's mother was first cousins with my dad's mom's, like my dad's grandmother. So it's a deep rooted thing. He was 90 years old, but this original relationship, which was first cousins, my grandmother and her first cousin, has since had this tree of people that we've stayed connected to, even though it's bizarro to stay connected to them. There are New Jersey relatives. My aunt passed away 25 years ago. We call them aunt and uncle. They're like, my aunt passed away 25 years ago. My uncle died on Sunday. My Uncle Rich, and he was 90 years old, right? So
we last saw him 3 years ago. We went to Ocean Isle.
Well, and I do want to talk about this without getting emotional, but I haven't talked about it at all. So my mom shared a video in North Carolina when we said goodbye. I mean,
we were all hugging,
and we knew we wouldn't see him again alive. Like there was a line of people saying goodbye to him, and we see each other we don't see each other frequently. Everybody,
it's bits and pieces. We see a couple people randomly,
but that goodbye video, like everybody felt the weight of the fact that they knew that they were saying goodbye for the last time. And I have this picture of my cousin and I, his daughter, and we're crying. And every time my kids see it, they're like, why are you crying? Because it's one of my videos of our vacation. And I'm like, because she knew and I knew, like we knew it was the last time we'd see him alive. So, and he had lived an awesome life. His wife died 25 years ago, never remarried, loved her, like obsessed with her. So it's funny, I can't be sad about his death by any means. Like, I'm not sad about his death. I'm actually like, he lived to be 90. Like, he died with his kids by his side. It's like when your Aunt Esther passed away, like it's like, what more would you want in terms of a life, to live a whole life? He is now with his son who passed away, his granddaughter who passed away, his wife finally reunited. Like and he was such a man of faith. Like, so that's so good. To me, it does feel like a little bit of an ending of an era though, because we haven't necessarily reciprocated the bond that was created for like me and my siblings with New Jersey. Like our kids.
It's extremely difficult.
Right. No,
like, when you're across, like my cousins on
Yeah.
my mother's side. Like
right.
when you've grown up, like when the parents or the quote unquote elders like have the relationships that's there, but once they start having kids,
Yeah.
then these are like distant relatives who you
Right.
don't see regularly, like you have no contact,
Yep.
maybe a little bit on Facebook. It's very difficult
Totally.
to have those relationships because it's a large amount of effort,
Right.
right? Because like even like we want to see each other, that's like vacation time. So it's
Yeah.
like, do you vacation with your family, immediate
Right.
family,
Yeah.
or do you try to
Totally.
organize something with these distant cousins?
Who
Which-
like are your fourth and fifth cousins. These are not like
Right.
first cousins. Yeah. So it does seem like a little bit of an ending of an era. I mean, maybe not, who knows, but these two people, my Aunt Kathy and my Uncle Rich, were super significant in my life. I love you because I called you and you're like, do you need me to call? I'm like, no. But of course I'll be going out to the funeral we're going to fly out Tuesday. We're going to fly back home Wednesday. It's hilarious. Hopefully I can say this gently, but it's so funny because my parents are going, my aunt's going, like there's some people that like have a hard time traveling. And so we're all going to try to get them there. My sweet brother has figured out a way to get everybody out on first class tickets so that they can comfortably fly.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to his funeral. You cannot go because you'll be here managing the household.
Yeah, this is the actual busy week where football starts tomorrow.
Right.
And it's not only that, we have two different times, right?
Sure.
You have the high school and you have
it's bonkers.
the grade school time.
It's bonkers.
So trying to figure out how to have someone watch our kids, but also like even Wednesday, he's got to be there 8:00 on Wednesday.
But I don't like doing things without you. Marriage is very interesting. Like I don't want to go into this situation without you, to be honest. I'm going to be sad. I also love that. I think it's fair to say, like you love New Jersey and New Jersey loves you. Like these folks love you. And so
I only met them twice. But they all been nice to me.
But like Uncle Rich and all New Jersey.
I'm talking about the actual extended.
I mean, they love you. Yeah. But they really like you. And it's going to be a bummer to go without you. But I'll be going there this week. And then what else this week? We got football.
You'll miss my birthday.
I will. Well, so this is the thing.
I'll be by myself.
So, but I'm glad. I mean, you can't actually feel bad for you
alone
for yourself when I did this, right? Like, I feel like this was a next level birthday situation. What we occurred.
Yeah, so I can sit in here by myself.
Right. Well, I'll be home 6 o'clock on your birthday.
I'll get like a cupcake. I'll light my own cupcake.
Bro, I will be home at 6:30 on your birthday. I will be home at 6:30.
I'll celebrate myself.
We will celebrate you properly. So that's on tap for this week. And then I have my first day of work on Friday. So we're like in it.
Yeah, we said. I mean, we get to August. I tell people, I said, especially this week, because this starts the 6-day a week with football. From now until Halloween.
Let's go back to let's talk about football for a second.
We're in it. We're in it.
So we had the biggest football fundraiser of the year on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was a Family Feud.
And I missed it because I was out of town.
You were out of town, and then I'm like, well, I wanted to go because I heard it was fun. But
we
didn't
also go last year.
Right.
We heard about it.
I'm 1,000,000% not walking into a situation like that without you. Like that's, you know what I mean? But I was texting with our friend who was like, hey, you can join our table. And so I got to go, and actually I ended up crashing the coach's table. So I was with all the coaches and their wives, which, by the way, thank God you're not a coach. Like these wives are talking, like they'll have coaches meetings where they're like,
after the game.
Yeah, but check it out. Wait, but then I told them, I was like, this would never occur in my life. They were saying like they'll be at a meeting watching film, and one of them will be like, I'll be home at like 9:30. And then show up at like 11 o'clock at night. I was like, no, this is not occurring in my life.
I get some angry text messages.
I actually said I should do a full reading of your text messages. One thing that was really illuminating that I want to talk about gently, so we have to talk about gently, is we talked about the amount of text messages that these coaches get from families.
Well, you talk with the coaches?
Yeah, with like family, friends, fans about how they should be
very opinionated.
Bro.
And it's in high school. High school is different.
Bro.
Grade school, we give coaches some leniency. Yeah. Like, these are a bunch of kids.
We give coaches, quote unquote, like, in terms, we are not those people.
Yeah, that's my point. But even like the grade school, we don't see people complaining to the coaches. We had the one in a couple of years ago, but the
these
parents,
text messages
the high school is a different boat.
Yeah, but
everyone thinks their son is going to go to college.
Literally, I am like, I can't imagine a world where I would send these messages. Babe, some of these students were kooky. Like, but I can't imagine the like brazen attitude of let me tell you how to coach this game for my high school kid. It was wild.
Because everyone thinks their son's the next Aiden Hutchinson.
It was crazy. So, but I had so much fun. Even though you weren't there, I had fun, which I did not even listen. I was even a little bit dreading it as we built up. Like, I'm like, Uncle Rich died. Maybe I could say him back. Because it is hard to go without your spouse, but these are particular people that like.
But you also did something I wasn't a fan of.
What?
You bought something.
Oh, yes.
And I found it today.
Did you find it? Okay, so
I was driving,
my friend sold me out. She texts you ahead of time.
But I found, even though I was driving and I hear this noise in my back seat, I'm like, what the heck is that?
I bought a cowbell.
What is that clanking noise?
This is who I am.
And I find the cowbell.
Are you going to sit with me during these football games?
No, I don't do that.
Babe.
Sorry. When you start clanking and banging, I'm like, all right, deuces.
Are you serious? You're not going to sit with me for
I don't like the loud. I just watch the game. Like the clanking.
I actually, wait, listen, I compliment you all the time for not trying to put baby in a corner when it comes to me cheering for the team.
Well, baby needs to not clank. Or maybe clank once. We need to establish some rules. Because you remember St. Mike's? When we were at St. Mike's,
I love a cowbell.
I remember the blue cowbell.
Yeah, I love a cowbell.
I'm not a fan of it.
What are we going to do?
I'm just going to walk away to the...
Our friend was like, I am so sorry I wasn't there. I would not have allowed this to happen.
I hate those stupid cowbells.
I love them.
It's just like, oh my gosh.
So I've got a couple tasks to like cowbell the heck out of in the fans.
You're doing a solo,
bro. You're not
come up with like a cowbell section. You guys can go over there and cowbell all the live long day.
I love that you don't judge me for this. Apparently, you do.
It's just, it hurts my ears.
Oh my
I'm getting older, so I just can't do it.
Oh well, anyway. we had a really fun night. This was I actually had like a genuine amount of fun. Like I felt nice that they let me crash their table. They're like friends, you know what I mean? And so you always feel a little weird, like am I throwing off the vibe? And it was all good. So it was fun. Next year you're invited to sit at their table.
Wow.
Also, I think you'll be good at it. I kept telling them. I talked you up. I'm like, this is Aaron's jam.
No,
like,
don't Boondock Saints it. Then all of a sudden I show up and
I sucked at it. Are you surprised? I sucked. There were answers that the whole table had agreed to, and I convinced them not to go in that direction, and then they were the number one answers.
Ouch.
Like, here's a question though. Did I tell you this already? I did tell you.
The past one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed at that one.
You wouldn't have, yeah. So the guy says, I'll just make it really brief. The guy's like, hey, this is going to be really key for this audience. So remember, we're a football audience. And he says, what's something you pass? And this girl at our table's like, a joint, duh.
I wouldn't have thought that.
And I'm like,
all.
No way, a ball.
I was at gas.
A ball. Gas might have been one of the answers. So I convinced the whole table to pull off joint and to pull for ball. Ball wasn't even on the list.
Who do they survey?
100 people.
Who are these people? Who are the 100 people? Like, who would have thought the ball would have been like the top? That's weird.
I mean, you're right. No, not at all. It's Pass and J. So anyway, that was a really fun night. So also something that happened this week that we'll just briefly touch on.
Oh.
Now listen, I need you to be balanced in how you talked about this. You have to talk about it anonymously. If you are
we talked about this last week. We talked about the vault. We talked about the vault and why we had to re-record.
Oh, I don't think you know what I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about the social media thing.
What the haters? Things?
The haters.
We talked about this last week.
We literally did.
We talked about we talked about the vault. We had to take the episode down and re-record it because of social media and like posting things and things like that.
No. I'm talking about the people that watch my social media to slam me.
Yes, I'm just saying we talked about a variant of social media last time.
Right. Do you not want to talk about this?
No, we can't.
I thought it was very interesting. So one of my friends had reached out and said, listen, there's somebody that you should probably block on social media because the only reason they watch your stuff is to talk about you. And they do it all the time. Which
is a weird concept to me.
Right. But I was like, it's so funny because I know that. I know that you know that.
What?
That's not surprising to you that there's people that watch.
Yes, but that's a weird thing to me.
Right.
To like watch someone's content just to then think about, then like judge them.
Right. So I was like, at first I was like, oh, that's fine. Like, I know that people do that. And then as it sat with me, I started to get more and more like angry about women who do this.
Yeah, it's not a guy.
No, it's definitely women.
Should we name them?
Yeah, let's go through the whole list. Name them.
To our listeners who are judging us, we know who you are.
No, I actually think if people listen to podcasts, they can't hate me that much because it's too annoying. But I mean, I was a little like, and this is a person that would probably be very confident in saying that they have a deep relationship with our Lord and like, but at the same time, like really loves to look at my stuff and just talk smack about me.
Yeah.
Talk about it gently.
Well, we said that because I'm not really heavily on Facebook, on the social like that. More professional social, not like casual social. So you do share a lot, but I would say I hear more positive, right? I talk about that. Like I'll be walking around DC and some random person like, hey, I know you and I love your wife and your kids and all that. I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Right.
So it's because like you share. So I think I lean on, there's a way more amount of people who love what we're posting. Like I have family members who live out of state who are like, I love seeing your family grow and I love watching you guys. We go on trips. Like they feel connected to us. So I lean on like, hey, like there's way more people who I hear positive about than like these
like how we're
folks.
sharing.
Correct.
Well, and I don't
think it's a reason to like stop posting or not post.
I know, and I do feel, I told you a million times, I always check what I do and why I do it. Like for real. Like why am I posting pictures of our cruise? Why am I posting things about you and I? Why do I feel the need to go to social media with these things? And I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of my own motivations. It saddens me that there is this group of people, and I'd probably say like 10 to 20% of people that look at my stuff are annoyed with it.
But I think that's not just you, though. I think there's across the board, they probably look at anyone who seems to be having joy, anyone who is having, I don't know, a good time or like has done well for themselves. And it's just like...
Well, one of the things that I talked about with you afterwards, because I was kind of processing it, is I think a lot of it comes down to confidence, in that I'm a pretty confident person, right? Like I don't care a lot about like trying to get people to like me or whatever. Like I think I'm pretty authentic. I think I'm confident in the life that we're building. And I think sometimes in areas, here's how I'll say it, in areas of my life where I'm not confident, I sometimes want to talk smack about people. Like when you're happy, when you're confident, when you like what you're doing, you actually don't do that. Because you're like,
correct.
You're psyched for other people's joy.
You cheer on those people, or you say, hey, I could have what they have, but I choose not to have it. Versus, I don't have what they have and I'm upset. I don't want them to have it either. Like that's like the whole jealousy versus envy.
Right. I think there is those two. Like, so, I think some people are just confused. Like, why do you need to share this with the world?
Yes, they put their own viewpoint on you and say, well, because I choose not to do this, I think everyone else should not do this. And I judge people for not doing that.
Right.
And to me, it's like, I mean,
I gotta say, I do love that you're kind of a cheerleader in it all. Like, you don't criticize me for it. Like, you're like, you on social media, you know?
Or people like, hey, your wife posted. I'm like, yeah, she does. Like, like, don't look at it.
Yeah,
like,
don't look at it if you don't want to look at it. I got an interesting message from someone. I sent it to you like a week or two ago, and somebody was like, hey, like, I just want you to know, like, your posts really mean a lot to me, like how you're expressing yourself. You've had similar things. Like, it's important to me that you're saying these things because, and so I know that there's a group of people that I'm speaking to. I think, you know, to be honest, Aaron, I think even some of our closest friends feel like kind of smack talk some of it. Like, I can think of names I'm not going to say here on the podcast. Name them. And it bothers me, the comments they make, I think.
Well, the difference about, I would say, me is that
you don't care.
No, we're too busy to give anyone. It's like someone said, like someone's living rent free in your head.
Yeah.
Like I'm too busy that I don't have time to sit around and like check out.
Do you mean that?
Stuff.
Like you literally don't care?
Because I know that it's all about choice, right? Anything that I see someone having, I could have that.
Yeah.
Like if I don't have something, I see a friend who makes more money than me, I could make more money, but I'm choosing not to do that. So I don't feel that I am oppressed or I'm being forced into a life. It's like we chose everything.
What do you think about the word like thirsty? Like she posts because she's thirsty, like she wants attention.
Sure, but
like, do you think that's a fair critique of the posting that I do? Maybe that's not a fair question.
No, I think
because I don't think I do. It's like weird. Right?
I think that's more about posting pictures of yourself.
Right.
If you were just posting selfies,
right,
and like posting yourself in outfits, I guess I would say that if you were only posting like
or like for people's affirmation, but
yourself,
maybe I am posting for.
But you post like the family stuff. You post pictures of the kids. You post the family. But if you're just only showing yourself off, like look at my outfit or look at my new hairdo, then I could be like, okay, like I don't understand what you're trying to do. You are trying to look for some affirmation. And I think the stuff you do is family related. It's not like vanity.
And I think it's more like, and maybe it is a tinge of vanity. Like I'm not going to say it's none of that, but like I think the greater, wider thing is like, here's our Catholic family experience. Like we're a Catholic family. We're doing life. here's the experience that we have. Let's like share experiences. Do you know what I mean? I think that ultimately is my motivation. That's why I tell people when people are like, why do you do that? I'm like, listen, there was a big chunk of my life when go ahead.
The beauty is that you get these positive signals that what you're doing is right. Like for this conference I'm doing, I show you that. So I had someone who reached out to me and saying, so we're looking for speakers. I had this guy submit something, say, have like the speaker at your conference. And he said, he called me like, jokingly, he called me like pious or something like that. And he mentioned that he was Catholic, but he was like, I haven't gone to church in a while. Huge. And he said, hey, if I come in town, I would love, if you guys go to mass, I would love to join you for church.
Here's what's crazy about you. I'm gonna pause this. And like, I am going to affirm the H out of you right now. You actually have, like, I don't know what LinkedIn numbers are. I have no idea. No. You do not have you have a significant amount of people following you. I keep watching. It's like 1,100, 100.
It's like 11,000.
Yeah, 11,000 right now, over. And you talk about your faith naturally without putting it in people's faces.
Correct.
But to me, that type of evangelization is priceless. It's the guy saying, I'm coming into Detroit.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to go to mass. I don't go to mass. Basically, that's what you're saying. Like, I don't actually do this.
And that makes it all worth it. To me,
100%.
To me, having one person say, hey, I would love to like go to mass with your family.
Right.
Like that makes it all worth it.
Well, and I'll tell you, in the social media talks that I do, I did have a friend reach out and he's kind of got a little rogue. He cracks me up. He says sometimes now the most offensive things on my Facebook wall and I laugh, but laugh in love because I understand he has some difficult crosses to carry, but he once messaged me and he's like, listen, like, you are the person right now that's keeping me attached to the Catholic faith. I just need you to know that. Like, there's a lot of people that are turning me off. And right. So I guess I just have to deal with the THs of the world right. And be like,
well, it's like when you put on events, you can have 90% of people say no.
Yeah.
But you still have like a 10% of yes. Yeah. So you can have like tons of haters.
Yeah.
But it's the people that are looking, like, to that right. point. Like, if you have at least one person saying, hey, because of what you post, I've gone right. to church more. I went to confession one time.
Yeah.
Like, that makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, who cares?
Well, and it's a good conversation because I also think it's really good for me to check my own motives. It helped me to check this person saying this about me and my stuff. Like, it caused me to check like my own areas where I do that to other people. Like I do, like, I do that with other people too. Like, I'm quick to judge. You don't. I feel like you actually do not give a crap about how other people are living. Well, you might be the least judgmental person I know.
Well, because I know that, because I'm content in who I am, and I know that I know anything that they have, I could get that. So right. It's not, unless it's like,
you sound cocky. You better hold up.
Unless it's more kids. Like, I've seen people like, oh, I have 7 kids. Oh, I would love to have, we didn't have 7 kids or 6 kids or whatever. Like, right. Oh, that would be cool.
Right.
But there's nothing that someone has that I can't go and get.
Well, and this is what I mean about confidence. So, I do think the more content you are with your own life and the story you're writing within your life, correct. The least likely you are to look at someone else's life and be pissed. Right?
Yes.
Or like angry or bitter. Or gross.
Yes. Those feelings signal as discontentment.
Right.
But to me, discontentment goes back to yourself and say, well, like, go fix it. Like, there's certain things you can't fix. Like, you can't fix your looks. You can't, to a certain extent, you can't fix your height. Or
I can lose weight. I'm gonna, baby. I'm gonna.
But like, that's the thing. Like, if you're discontent about how you look, okay, then you have the ability to go and do whatever to change. Yeah. So change that. If you don't like your marriage, it's a tough road, but you can work on, your spouse. I mean, most things are in your control. If you don't like how much you don't make money, go and make this is the best time to make money.
Or be content with the fact that you're not. Like, and I use this example on my own personal social media. Yeah. There's this person that's rocking it in the ministry world. And I bring this, I don't even think you fully understand the weight of what I'm saying with this particular person, but she rocks it in the ministry world. Like, and if you're listening to this, what time are we at?
44.
Okay. If you're listening to this, like, you might even know who she is when I throw this away, but when I throw out this fact, but like, she met the Holy Father 2 weeks ago and like gave him gifts and like joked with him. And I'm like, I want that life. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I actually don't. That isn't what God's calling me to. And so I can feel like a little twinge of jealousy and then check it. I guess I'm annoyed that there are people that are close enough in my circle that can't check that and don't do the introspection.
But the question is why you're annoyed, though. Why are
Well,
you
because I
annoyed?
see them and they're nice to me.
But does that more come from a place of you want to be liked, you want approval?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. No, yeah, you don't
You
have
think
that. You
everyone
don't
should
care.
like
Yeah,
you?
you don't
You
care.
think everyone should like you?
You do not care if people like you or not.
No.
Yeah, I do. It bothers me.
That's the problem.
I
Like
know.
you,
I
like,
know.
oh,
I'm
there's people
working
out
on
there
it.
that
I
don't
know.
like
I'm
me.
working on it. I
There will
know.
always be someone who
I
doesn't
know.
like someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless of how nice you are, there's always be
Right.
someone out there who doesn't like you
Right.
or
Right.
think that. So
Right.
that to me, more flags about that. It's like there's a need to
Yeah.
have everyone like you, or but I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I got enough.
You're very good
Like
at that.
I don't have enough people that.
Well, and I
like me
have
so
gotten
much.
much better at that. I think. Like I
Yes.
literally need the affection
Well,
of
you
you
used to.
and my 5
Well, that was the
children.
problem. Like we talked about before. Like you used to have a hard time with saying no. Like people want to
Yeah.
hang out, and you would say
Right.
no. It's
Right.
like no, you don't. Like this is not a friendship that you're going to maintain.
Right.
Like you're going to cultivate. So
Right.
you can easily say no to that person, and they may not like you and say blah blah. But it's like
Yeah.
you got to have priorities.
Yeah. Good.
So I'm sure there's people that hate it. Like when I post certain things, I'm sure there's people that hate it or think it's dumb. But I got enough people saying they appreciate it. So
You're just gonna keep doing
just
it.
keep doing it.
That's good. Are you excited to work this week in your new office?
Yeah, I got to get used to I have to reorient myself.
And you need to rearrange it too. I understand that.
Yeah.
Like
Only tricky part is going to be the lighting because it is a little darker in here.
when the sun is in, it's not. The other issue you're going to
Yeah.
have is like you don't use your monitor. We set up your monitor for look. Like you're going to have to figure out your own life here, but you can do that over the course of this week.
It'll be good.
I'm excited for you to have your own space. I really am. And this week should be good. It's going to be a crazy week flying out to Newark for the day or New Jersey for the day, coming back. But yeah, we're in it.
Yeah, we're in it.
And then our kid starts high school next week.
End of next week.
Yeah.
Is all the orientation.
Maybe next week we'll talk about where we're at with all the school supplies things. We've talked about it before, but where we're at this year. So
we're not going to go overboard like last year.
No, we're not. But you got to buy bigger ticket items this year. How much was the Apple Pencil?
I haven't looked at it.
I don't think it's cheap. Okay, so let's tell the people have a good week.
All right, have a good week.
All right.
Until next time.
Yep. Bye.